The young must know it. The old must know it.
Flip the track, flip the raps, flip the track, flip the raps, flip the track, flip the raps, flip the track.
Just a lyrical paragraph, your tracks make me laugh. In front of the microphone, you didn't pass math. Failed all the lessons, wanna remain in the top 10. Stop, look, and listen, give props to the light skin. Knowledge is the key to be the best of a black man. Wisdom understands the ways of a Dutchland. Devilish attitudes that really make me rude. It's Friday the 13th, you're all fucking doomed. It's Jason and Michael Myers and Freddy all combined. You say we're the savages, but look who eats swine. The pig, there's only one vein in the body. I'm at the hot vodka and I want me a Swanee. Bring 'em along, I hear a bell, what the hell? I'm torturing the MCs, they promise not to tell. Oh, sing 'em a song, I wanna rock about the babies. It won't be long until you're pushing up days. Check it out.
We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
Flip the raps, flip the track.
Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting match of Jet Set Radio Future Bingo. If it's your first time with us, here's what's about to happen. Two teams are about to race through the three boroughs of Tokyo in order to complete bingo board objectives. For every soul and character unlock they complete, they'll receive a point, and if they work together and complete 100% of graffiti in an area, they'll receive 3. And if a team works together and collects 5 squares in a row, they'll receive a coveted bingo and an additional 2 points. But they better watch their backs out there, because the streets take no prisoners, and each square can only be claimed by one team, and you don't want to be the team that gets sniped to a square. Oh, and one more thing. Teams will be playing with the co-op mod, which means tape pickups, challenge completions, and graffiti sprayed will be shared between both players. Good luck everyone, it's time to play Jet Set Radio Future Bingo! Hello everyone and welcome back for our final match of round 3. Hey, wait a minute, didn't we already? Anyway, today we've got 2 teams ready to rewrite history. Our first team consists of 2 runners ready to reroute the competition and convince us their name isn't a typo. We have Nationless and Losa from Team Rollberblades. And being pit against them is a duo hailing from the far-off lands of New Amsterdam. We have Nago and Shuffleclaws from Team The Unwantables. And today, in the commentator's box, we have the duo that tried to message the CEO of LEGO, but got blocked. It's Yomsa and 7th Ace.
I love those intros, Bats. Welcome to another episode of JSRF Bingo. Joining me today is Yomsa. Hi, Yomsa. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing, Ace?
I'm doing just fine. I promise there wasn't any kind of issues setting up into this game, but now that we're here, we've got Rollberblades versus the Unwantables today. A really important match for what appears to be some kind of playoffs and playoff seeding implications.
Yeah, we were discussing this yesterday, but basically if Rollerblades wins this match, it puts your team in a difficult position, unfortunately, because then you're in a do-or-die situation when you get to play them. You'll need to win that game, otherwise it's over.
I think we need to win
And
some
then-
games anyway, but nonetheless, we are very excited to see how these two teams kind of pit up against each other. I think it's going to be a really good match today.
Yeah, I think Brains versus Bronze is like a little bit reductive, but you could sort of put that like label for these two teams. You know, you have like Naesternus and Losa, like two movement gods of Jet Set Radio Future, but they're not really like active in practicing when it comes to strategy. Meanwhile, like, you know, Nago, very experienced, very smart bingo brain, and Shovel's been practicing a lot. So I think if anything, their like strategy will be a little more like crisp, and you know, they'll be fresher at it. So I think we'll kind of see a dynamic like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think we're all ready to get into game number one. If get the bingo sync going, that would be great. And we'll get the board revealed here for game number one. There it is. We've got three graffitis rather, STPP, Highway Zero, and FRZ. Always shout out to Ekla for a Highway Zero graffiti board.
Yeah, what stands out to me immediately is column 2 looks pretty dangerous. Like one person going for Kogane and the other person going to Chuo. That could be taken care of pretty quickly.
Yeah, Chuo seems pretty valuable here, especially, as you said, column 2 and column 4 being where the 4 squares for Chuo reside.
Yeah,
two of
column
those
4 is
columns.
similar.
Yeah, and then you've got the kind of, if you wish, the Benton columns in 3 and 5 a little bit. So to get anything, you're going to have to go to Kogane as far as bingos are concerned, but it's where they send the other person, I believe, will be kind of the key issue.
Yeah, I would imagine, like, as good as Chuo looks, it might be, like, a little bit scary, because column 3 with Entrance Pillar, Highway Zero Graffiti, plus the 2 souls, is 5 points there. And, you know, there's a column 3 bingo, so very dangerous if you just let someone go dark side uncontested, which is actually what Unwantables seem to be doing. So Ney is going to score a lot of points this game.
Yeah, we see Losa into Shibuya contesting Shovel Claws, although they seem to have different objectives. Shovel goes for the jump into Chuo first. Losa attempts to do what I believe is platform jump, but didn't quite get it, so he's going to have to do the backup and pick it up a little slower and be a little delayed into Chuo.
Yeah. So looking at this, I would say Losa just basically, he doesn't know it yet, but his job this game is going to be preventing column 2. And then if he's successful in doing that, then Ney is going to carry with how many points they're going to get in dark side.
Yeah, that's a very sound strategy, is have one person go to the valuable area. It might be a little slower, but they can score up a lot, and then work on having the other person just be the firefighter of the team, where you have to make sure that you block all the bingos reactively. And I think that strategy can be successful if they're very careful about how they handle this situation here. But we're gonna have to see how this column 2 shakes out.
Alright, it does look like Ney is going for the sprays. We don't actually know where Shovel is yet from their perspective, but hopefully they'll see something soon and they'll get to know that they can pick up the tape and work on souls as well.
Yeah, we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting because Shovel Claws gets to mark Grind. Grind's up there on column 4. And then gets to move on over to Right Canal.
Yeah.
So will it commit for Chuo Special, or is Losa just gonna bail out and try and block? It looks like he's gonna bail.
Yeah, I think Losa has to book it towards Kibo to get that 250k.
Yep, Nago has transitioned over towards the dark side, making sure that Ney doesn't have complete uncontested access down here. So that does leave Kibo kind of a little bit vulnerable. They're not rushing for this column 2 bingo, and instead are trying to parlay this into a little bit better of a board state going forward, as Nago seems to be headed towards SDPP tape. That's what's
Yeah, what I notice is row 2 actually looks quite good for the purple team. Or like Rollerblades, because Alosa will get 250k in Kibo to block column 2, but then also Nate can get Sky Dino and Skyscraper. Then suddenly row 2 just out of nowhere becomes a bingo. So I think Nago's trying to prevent this before it becomes a problem. It's like very good foresight.
Yeah, I think that's a very reasonable way of going about it. Now, this is Sky Dino special on row 2, not Sky Scraper special, so they may be looking for that row 4 as well, where it resides, and that means that with the Skyscraper Graffiti being the threat, they have the capability of starting that a little bit earlier and using that as a closeout win condition for up to 5 points.
Oh, what I actually just noticed is Nate did not pick up those 2 souls in Highway 0.
Ooh, Highway 0 tricks is important for blocking out, as well
Yeah,
as...
Air 5's also just there for free.
It's there on a free column, which isn't going to do a whole ton, but still good. Losa going up for a climb in Sewers. Sewers has Sewer... Oh, that is the most unfortunate. Only has Sewer special, so it looks like they may be trying to make a column 3 play. Losa just not having the best of luck with that, because both those jumps have been good, but hasn't resulted in anything yet.
I am a little surprised Shovel decided not to commit to Jua special, because again, like that soul isn't particularly fast. In fact, it's one of the slowest in the game, but so is Kibo, like on its own. Kibo 250k, when all you're going for is that, that's also not very good either.
Losa going for the classic climb, actually. Hold on. Oh my goodness, Losa and Yayo bringing back that climb here in the Sewers is just stinking cool. I've liked seeing that.
Right, we see Shovel heading to Kogane. It's like maybe Shovel's actually going to go Kibo, and then they have a tape advantage for Jua later.
Yeah, it seems like there's not a lot of activity right now for the Rollerblades. They're kind of setting up into what could be some blocks and some threats, but it's not manifesting very quickly right now. It might be some attempt at a bingo trade, although that's going to be denied right here with Nago picking up a STPP special and putting the closing chapter on this attempt. That was cool. Unlocked by Losa. And really cementing a very strong position here for the Unwantables.
Yeah, now if I am the Rollerblades, I'm a little bit worried about row 4. Like this decision, or maybe it wasn't a decision, maybe Nate was just focusing too much on the graffiti and didn't even realize he was uncontested, but the decision to not get Highway 070 is a little bit scary. But it looks like he's in position to block it. He doesn't know that though. He doesn't know necessarily like where everyone else is, whether he has the lead.
Yeah. Losa heading into FRZ, I think that's just a good, reasonable play here. Grind 10 points 50k, both relatively quick to pick up, as well as a graffiti here, which could be started, is being started. I think that's a reasonable play as long as Nay can put out the fires.
Yeah, it is also a 3 graffiti board, 16 to win, assuming no bingos happen, although that is a bold assumption to make looking at column 2 and row 4, so.
Yeah.
But this FRZ graffiti is going to be valuable.
Yeah, that definitely is. Shovel contesting in FRZ, but is going just specifically for the souls right now, so might be able to kind of steal out 2 points out of here and then get into Kibo a little bit faster. Which right now, this Kibo 250k square is one of the more important squares on the board. It crosses both available bingos for the teams and really could be a critical threat block combination square that exists on this board.
Yeah, what I see now is it looks like Ney is going for Skyscraper Air 4, which is what I thought Nago came to Skyscraper to do, but they never took the time to get it. So I could actually see like column 5 kind of reigniting. Like Ney gets STPP, then goes back to Highway 0, and then Losa can like dip out of FRZ for a bit to get Sauna.
Now The pressure on Rollerblades right now is so high. Just with all these threats, all of the Rollerblades squares are contained in this tiny little 3x3 box, leaving open 4 different bingo opportunities for Unwantables, albeit one of them completely unrecognized in row 5, but there's a lot of threats on this board right now.
Well, the thing I see is that Highway 0 blocks 2 of them. Like row 4 is going to be blocked with tricks, column 1 is going to be blocked with air, and then maybe you can just say, like, let's let them have column 2, but in return we're going to get FRZ spray or something. Because column 2, if you're going to actually, like, commit to that bingo rather than just leaving it as a threat, is very slow.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Watch the top side of your screen now. Nay versus Nago. 4 very critical Highway 0 squares. Even just for the fact that they're 2 points, they also will essentially make or break the pressure that exists for these boards right now. Nobody going for the... I don't think Nay went for the tricks unlock in Highway 0. 29, no. So they're going to be rushing for these air and trick souls, which both spawn at the end of this kind of section here after Wall Ride Alley.
Well, Nay has a sizable advantage, and Nago did a little bit of a flub, so... Oh, Nago doesn't actually seem to be doing tricks. They're just rushing for Air 5.
That might be an important one. We'll have to see if that goes for a split, or if anything's going to happen here. Nay just about 3 to 4 seconds behind, depending on stream delay, trying to get the rest of this. Now boost up Wall Ride Alley. Nago going backwards for tricks, maybe? Uncertain. Now Nay locks in tricks, ties the game in points, and blocks off this critical juncture for the Unwantables that they, well, wanted. And now Nay's going to pick up Air 5, and all of a sudden Nago's ventured all the way into Highway 0 for absolutely no gain.
I am really perplexed by what Nago just did. Like, even if you thought you were getting sniped, I figured, like, you would keep going forward to leave the level, not turn backwards.
That's what I would think as well. Maybe they tried to make an early air happen. Unsure, to be perfectly honest. But nonetheless, that leaves us in a position where a lot of the bingo threats are now stymied. Where we have only row 2, or column 2 rather, as a threat. Plus, now Rollerblades have the threat in column 5 with just RDH Sauna and FRZ Graffiti, which Losa has been working on and is completely uncontested in.
Yeah, I don't think he knows he's uncontested. Shovel has not been... Shovel got, the FRZ souls. If anything, he might think he's, like, winning the race because he didn't invest time into the souls, but he knows it wouldn't be unreasonable for him to think this is a race right now.
No, but a little bit of history on Losa for the new people here. Losa really took the 100% world record down back a couple years ago and became very, very skilled at the 100% route, which the FRZ Graffiti route is based out of. So this is really a kind of his forte, if you wish, of these routes, as there are only 7 tags to go, the one here with the medium and then the 6 bottom tags. So this is quickly wrapping up, and Nay not opting for Sauna, going over to Shibuya Special for what looks to be just the square.
That one is an interesting decision. I think, like, something that would, like, make more sense or, like, be more direct would be, like, going to Sauna first or going to Chuo first. I see those as, like, the critical squares on the board right now.
Yeah, it's always very possible right at this point. I want to see what they're cooking with. Let's see. I mean, row 5 is currently bingoed by the black team, with nothing marked despite only 3 squares existing otherwise, which I think is very funny. But Nay will quickly fix that up here. Very clean 13 platforms unlocked. Nago denies the bingo with Sauna, and the teams are once again tied at 11. However, 4 in a row spotted. Soyar for row 2 right now. And Nay is in Hikage, not in Chuo. They may just opt to give this up and try and get FRZ. but I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, I think the strategy here for Rollerblades is to just let Unwantables invest a bunch of time into Chuo Special. Velosa's going to finish FRZ, Nay's going to get Air 4, and then they're going to go Duo Skyscraper after.
3 graffiti win can be what they go for here. Score to win will go to 17, but if they wanted to do that... Losa? Losa, everything okay? That was very funny music for that. There's FRZ spray locked in, and that's picked up for Nay. So at this point, they have 15 squares, or 15 points. If they give the bingo, they'll need 17 to win, which is still SDPP graffiti. So I want to see them go SDPP graffiti, but it's not appearing like it's their priority right now.
Yeah, you either get Skyscraper Graffiti or you get the 2 Souls. The 2 Souls is humorously a bingo, but kind of an irrelevant bingo. So you just like win the game anyway, but it seems to be what they're going for.
Oh boy. Oh, Nago is going the wrong way. Wait, no, Nago's going the correct way. They have the tape.
I don't know if Shovel unlocked it though.
The tape is picked up but not unlocked. Yeah, you are correct. So Nago's going the right way. And has about a 10-second lead. Although these beams are tricky, and Nago's having a little bit of trouble, losing a little bit of time here, as Nay is now caught up.
Patched.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nay is over and now in the lead. Oh no,
Nago
Nago
my god,
is
the
getting...
beam is patched.
Oh my goodness. Lead has evaporated for Nago and is now turned into a little bit of a deficit. Where is Shovel gonna go? Theoretically, it could go to Chuo and pick up the soul to lock that in, and then it would be a mad dash for everybody to Skyscraper Graffiti, where nobody has an advantage currently.
Yeah, that would definitely be an exciting ending to this game. Rollerblades getting 100-meter room, Unwantables getting Chuo, and then a final race in Skyscraper.
Yeah, this is the unfortunate part for Rollberblades, is that this sewer special is completely irrelevant. Shovel's headed off to Skyscraper to start spraying. Nago has unlocked that right there, but it's not faster than Nay. Nay has an advantage, and there's almost no way to lose time. And all of a sudden, Nay marks that in. Game marked by the screen, but don't forget, it's not over if Nago wins this bingo, so it's not over yet. But with just the block here, Nay will secure this game for the Rollerblades.
Yeah, barring a massive movement issue by Nay, this will be a Rollerblades Game 1 victory.
Nay jumps over, locks in the counter bingo. Chuo special locked in bingo, and game called. Rollberblades take game number 1. That was
wow, that is incredible.
Crazy. Shout out to the Chuo beams. That is the biggest feels bad man I've felt in a long time, though. Holy cow.
Yeah, the JSRF gods really did not want that game to go towards the Unwantables. They were not letting Nago pass through.
And no, they don't have to mark Skyscraper Graffiti if you do not want that. That's a lot. Holy smokes, that was something else.
Yeah, this is one of those classic games where like one important square comes down to the wire, and then you look at the score and like 19-11, and you would assume it's a blowout, but no, this was very close.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Where a 3-point swing for either team is plus or minus 6. So yeah, you can get make this a 14-15 with Shovel having the advantage in SDPP Graffiti. So that was crazy. So. Oh man.
Yeah, that game was very interesting. Like, I thought based on how things were going at the start with like bingo threats left and right, that would have been like, we would be seeing like rapid fire bingos, and then both teams kind of played chicken, actually. But they were like letting the bingos be, like hoping the other team would finish the job. Because the squares to finish off those bingos weren't really that good.
Yeah,
And it finally ends with Nay creating a bingo and blocking one at the same time. Final square.
yeah, the bingo, as you mentioned, was irrelevant, but nonetheless, it just kind of put the stamp of emphasis to the conclusion of that game. So, yeah, now we'll go into game number 2. Update our score. Wouldn't want to mess that up. Ooh. And let's see what, as soon as the players reveal, we will get the board as well, kind of our board screening measure. And we'll see what the players get to do with this and figure out what we can do with our 1 minute of looking at the board. Players counting in, and check this board out. We've got 8 in Shibuya, 10 in Kogane, 13 in Benton. SDPP Graffiti on the board again. Hikage and Sky Dino are the other 2 that exist.
Yeah, what jumps out to me pretty quickly is bottom left to top right. Like getting Shibuya Grind 100k, Chuo Tricks 30. It's a little bit much to ask for one person who's in Shibuya Cho, but if it can be done, then someone getting Highway 0 under entrance can create a huge bingo.
Yeah, that would be... I think that's the most immediate threat of the early game. But there's a lot of there's not actually a lot of defaults on this board. There's only 5 of them. And a lot of them are out towards that, those faraway areas. Highway 0 under entrance, Sky Dino, T-Rex, Kibo under tower, RDH Sauna. All, at least most of the default, and Kibo under tower. So lots of them far away.
Yeah, what I also see is row 5. Shibuya grind 10, like one person gets grind 10, then goes to Sauna, the other person gets wall ride to dark, and then they work on Skyscraper together. I could see that being a powerful bingo as well.
Alright, Nay and Shovel headed out to dark side, Losa and Nago into Shibuya. Watch your diagonals, and those will be your competitors right here, both going for the tape immediately in Shibuya, while the others will spend time going out to the far dark side. We'll see if they want the same square or if they want different unlocks here.
Yep, both Nay and Shovel going for wall right to dark. It actually goes to Shovel.
Ooh, that's very close right there. There's the unlock for Losa, not in the best position. Nago gets the better unlock and slams right into the soul immediately, picks it up and snipes Losa to the square. Good difference in effective unlock there by Nago. Now is going to have advantage to grind 10, but she didn't unlock it immediately. Losa now has the ability to jump down and boost into it quicker. Does not pick it up. Nago takes another square off of Losa in just a matter of seconds, and all of a sudden Unwantables out to a huge lead early off that bottom left, top right diagonal and the row 5, looking very good for them.
Yeah, disaster of a start for the Rollerblades. You know, I said in the pregame that this is like a brains versus brawn team, but the bronze just got sniped. Not much to say.
Yeah, Nago with that little bit more practice of bingo movement is going to take it. Highway 0 under entrance, marked by Nay though, shutting down that diagonal and invalidating Shovel's time to get out here just a little bit. So snipes absolutely everywhere right now, and Shovel's having a little bit of difficulty escaping Highway 0, so it'll be significantly behind anywhere else, and we're getting a double Tricks 30 unlock here from Losa and Nago. Nago makes a mistake, so we'll see if Losa can capitalize. Oh, Losa falls! Oh, goodness.
Yep, this Tricks 30, it's a tricky one.
Tricky. Yeah, there's been a couple different techniques over the years for getting it. Losa going to fall off the back of the tail. Nago seems to be doing fine right now. Unlocks grind 10. I have to see. There's Tricks 30 for Nago. Nago absolutely crushing it over here in the Shibuya side early, and Losa's going to have to bail on this. And now Nago's out a little bit earlier.
I don't know if they will choose to do it, but that can put up some pressure on column 3.
Nago seems to be going for it. Losa is going to dip out, finally tired of being sniped, and I do not disagree with that. And I think it might be reasonable to work on Dogen Grind 10. As slow as that is, the other squares that block those rows and columns do not look particularly good. So it might be worth investing the time to kind of prevent issues from cropping up later. But that's a difficult pill to swallow when you're down 5-1 in points.
Yeah, it's definitely not a concession you want to make. Like, if I'm in this position, I would think, like, where's my opponent going? Can I try and counter-snipe them to get back into the game? Playing defensive like this kind of puts you into the position of, like, losing slower rather than actually winning. But sometimes you don't really have a choice.
Yeah. Shovel starting to mark the Sky Dino graffiti route. But miss the first jump and that death warps you to a really awkward spot where you kind of have to do the route in a little bit weird of a way, or you have to full reset. Shovel opting for the full reset, so might be just a little bit before that gets marked, but yeah, this will continue to apply point pressure to the Rollberblades. Game 3 fans, just throwing hands in chat, big fans.
Yep, that is exactly how that expression works.
I could not. I was trying to get like throwing hands in the air or something, but I couldn't get anything other than punching air out of my head. And I'm pack it up. You take it away.
All right. I mean, I think most likely Shovel will get top of T-Rex, so it's a little bit moot, but I could see like a column 4 situation happening for Rollerblades in the event of like a massive skill issue.
Would be interesting. Nago out to the sewers area.
Shovel's actually spraying. Like, they're not prioritizing top of T-Rex. If Nate chooses to go for it, they might get it.
Yeah, it's very possible. Nay was in a better position to go for it. Doesn't seem super interested. Instead is doing a little bit of both incidental and non-incidental pre-spraying. And it looks to be headed out towards somewhere. Looks to be headed back to Sky Dino.
Yep.
RDH Tricks 35 just unlocked by Losa. Gotta hop to that from the current location. Do not fall down. Losa fell down. But not too far, but it'll cost just a couple seconds as Nago and FRZ is looking to make that column 4 kind of a moot point at this juncture.
Oh yeah, Nago sees it in advance. Very good foresight again from Nago.
Checking in on Shovel now. We do have 10 tags done in Sky Dino, and the mark of the subpar route is if you have to get health, and boy have I had to do that many times on a Sky Dino route, even lately. Kind of sneaky. Rollerblades is caught up in points. I don't think they're actually ahead, but they're up in points for now. But I think there's unrealized points right now for Unwantables, aka the Sky Dino graffiti, that will pay them off in a little bit.
You mean, yeah, you did say Sky Dino. I thought you said Skyscraper. Yeah, it really depends how quickly Shovel will do this route. As you know, sometimes the Sky Dino route is a struggle. And if it takes a long time, then it's definitely not like a quick 3 points.
Ooh, look at this. Could work out, might not work out though. Nay, a more experienced graffiti player is coming into Sky Dino and so far has had a clean route. While this doesn't mean guarantees for how this will go, example A,
yeah.
It could cause issues for Shovel if issues continue to arise. So this will be very pivotal as far as who gets this Sky Dino route done.
Wait, look, column 4. Nago's not prioritizing Tricks 100 while they were in here.
Oh, shoot.
Losa's actually ahead to it.
Losa is ahead and has it unlocked, turns around and just has to go pick it up. Nago also jumping to it. Is this going to be the reverse snipe that has been here
Nago gets it.
Oh, Nago marks the square just ahead of time. Maybe stream delay, maybe click delay. Oh my goodness. Nago is just taking no prisoners with Losa right now. Good grief. Just barely in time.
Yeah. No, Losa just fell to his knees at Walmart, like, important square. And sniped to it.
Okay. Losa punching air right now. Actually, just not having a good game here. Check in. Looks like Shovel has cleaned up the route a little bit. Is up to 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or 7, 8. Oh, takes a fall though. And Nay is still clean on this route and is starting to catch up. 17 tags here. Goes up to 23 after this here. And all of a sudden, Nay is only about 20 seconds behind or so. Oh boy.
Shovel's actually missing one, I think.
Oh, Nay misses the jump, though, is not going to find the backup onto that. Shovel now marks spray 28, but needs to find the final one. I don't know exactly where it is. I think it was a volcano spray. I think it was one tag on a large, but I'm not certain. Losa goes and does...
Nay doesn't have a perfect route either, actually. They're at 25 out of 29.
No, both
this
of them...
will be like a race to see who can figure out what they're missing.
Oh boy. Nay tags 26, has 3 more to go as well, but is going to do, I think, the Bronto in reverse. Shovel, oh, it's the spiral right here. And boom, Sky Dino locked in for the Unwantables now. And this has been an absolute barn burner.
Yeah. Really unfortunate game for Rollerblades. Like, Nay, I'm guessing, probably thought it was contested, but maybe they were even confused by the fact that Sky Dino on top of T-Rex was never marked. Maybe they thought they had the lead to this. They were sniping Shovel and Skyscraper.
Yeah. Don't count anybody out, though. Diagonal bingo does exist. Very tricky to see at this point because of how many squares it kind of intersects across. Losa is in the cube race along that diagonal. Shovel, though, is going into Highway 0 for Air 5 and Soda. Let's see which one it prioritizes, though. If there's a priority to Air 5 and not Soda, Naesternus could steal this right from the Unwantables.
Yeah, given that they don't know where Nay has been, like, Nay got top of T-Rex and then has not been doing anything, maybe they could assume they sniped Nay, maybe they think Nay's elsewhere. But...
Soda race started.
Going for Soda could be risky there. You might, like, think Nay was in Soda and then you get trapped, but they're making the brave play.
Yeah, they're making the play that assume that Shovel is out of Sky Dino quicker. Looks like Shovel will have about a 12-second lead on the Soda race, which is pretty massive.
Yeah, an experience advantage is not going to make up 12 seconds, most likely.
No. Frantically, where's Losa going here? Bottom point points 50k. Sweating about Chun possibilities here, which I want to, like, propose a rule about, but we'll figure out later. As Nay not going to pick up this square either, and the bingo is going to be blocked, and that is starting to close in. The walls are going to start to close in here on Rollerblades.
Yep, the coffin is being shut. Nay is beefing their movement a little bit, falling into Trash Pit.
That is not exactly what you want to see there. Shovel goes ahead, hits the square, blocks that out, and now there's threats galore. Column 1, Column 3 exist for Unwantables, but more importantly, a graffiti in one square will lock it up. As we're pushing towards the end game here.
Yep, Nay is making the pragmatic play, it looks like. Just realizing they've lost Soda by a significant margin, not going to try and contest Highway 0 Air 5. Column 3, yeah, still looking like a problem. Nago actually going to Hikage to spray rather than trying to, like, lock in that square. I find that kind of interesting, but reasonable for sure.
I don't think that's a bad play whatsoever with
Yeah, I agree.
graffiti
It's certainly
plus
reasonable.
one.
Not what I would have done, but reasonable.
With a graffiti +1 situation being all that's needed to win, I think going to the absolute most boring long square possible, being Hikage graffiti, is a very reasonable play to make. Nay's going to try and make a read that Skyscraper's one being done, but it is not currently, so there's, I think, the value in that Hikage play. And then Shovel again. Now with the Highway 0 Air 5 picked up, can just come in and duo up Hikage.
Yep. I do think, like, enabling this column 3, where it's at the point where, like, Sewers 100k is the only thing left, kind of gives you breathing room. Or, like, if you know, like, someone's going to do it, then you can double up on a graffiti safely. And if no one does it, then you're just going to get the value of the graffiti from it.
Yeah, that's exactly it, that they could just put that threat on the board in case Rollberblades happen to go for, like, a hard read double Hikage graffiti snipe or something like that. Unsure. It does leave your options just a little bit more open, but nonetheless, you see Losa coming in about 12 sprays behind Nago. Got 13 here. And we'll see if there can be any catching up that can be done. Rollberblades are reading that there's a graffiti route going on, but they're unsure of which one. And to be perfectly honest, either of them would be beat if they just get co-opted on.
Yeah.
So, gonna be a
They're
tough
choosing to
spot.
do both. So it looks like Losa will unfortunately be wasting his time. And Nay will get a head start on Skyscraper.
Losa sniped in this game too. Haven't seen that one before. Unfortunate. Gotta have a short memory in this kind of case, where you just go, yep, that happened this game. Don't let it happen again, or it probably won't happen again next game, and adjust just a little bit to see that can be fixed. Losa's going to be in a can crisis mode here in a second, though. Not that it's going to make...
Very typical for this room in Hikage.
Yeah,
If you, like, burn 1 or 2 cans, or don't pick up every can in, like, those little cubbies that you go to, like, this very easily happens.
Yeah, the Hikage route is by far the most punishing management route in the entire game. It's not going to make the difference in this game, but thankfully, but you can understand with the stinginess of cans around here, it just causes all sorts of problems. Skyscraper, for the interested, is now halfway done. And Hikage 31 out of 50. Nago in the center room. Shovel in the left side room. Should be wrapping this route up here in about a minute or two, I think, depending on exactly what's left.
Yep, with a 3 graffiti board and no bingos remaining for Rollerblades, this Hikage graffiti will be all she wrote.
Yep, that 16 points to win is sub 16 sprays away. Make it 8. And Nago finishes up center room there. 7 tags to go. Shovel's going to grab the extra cans and pick everything up down the left hallway room, and that will be it. And we're going to be getting a game 3, which is everybody's favorite game number when spectating.
Yep. Everyone loves a good game 3.
Only had one of those so far this season. 1 or 2. That's game locked in so far this season, so it's good to see another one.
Yep, so that is game for Unwantables, getting game 2 after a defeat in game 1. Now they're still playing on.
Yeah, we'll see how much they want to do. They can opt to run a little bit more, or they can take a little bit of time. It doesn't matter to us, as we'll be vibing here with the mix. Shout out to Twinkachu for making custom mixes for every single round. That's pretty dang cool.
Alright, I'm just chatting up with the players here. Looks like we might be going next immediately.
That'd be fine. We've got a reset out of Rollberblades. Yeah, we'll we will indeed do that. Controversial bingo opinions that ties were cool and funny. Oh boy. So yeah, let's see. The new board has been generated. Shovel and Nago waiting to reset just a little bit. They're just jumping around in garage. Get it figured out. Bingo tap in the chat, of course. And we'll get into game number 3, which I remember this board. This board I called a bloodbath. So I am very interested to see where the teams opt to go here. Game 3, game 3. Oh, they had to re-kill combo because Shovel selected character. You can actually go back to Roboy and re-click character select, and it is practically the same, so that's fine. Alright, teams are ready.
Starting the next game.
Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Check this board out. Blue and green everywhere. There are 2 Kogane squares here. Anyone goes Kogane, they are insane. Why did I pick a 3rd SDPP graffiti board? What am I doing with my life? Oh no. Why did I do this? Oh, I did not mean to do that.
This is one of your favorite graffitis, so
somebody will finish it one day. I did not mean to do that. Oh god. Blank board. Oh boy. Oh, okay. We might be having to throw this one out because they've got a blank board and all this stuff. I'm gonna make a new board. I know. Yeah, just make a new board. Nobody's prepared for this. Sorry. Everybody, so something happened.
Should I press stop or?
Yeah, you can hit stop on it. Let me go quickly gen up a board real fast. That doesn't have skyscraper graffiti in it. Sure. This will do. Yamsa, I'm DMing you a board.
Ready.
There you go.
And this one will also have skyscraper graffiti.
It will not. I can guarantee you that. Oh, it still shows the score to win update, so you can infer how many bingos or graffitis are on the board. That's very funny. I'm gonna.
Players ready. We're starting.
I'm so mad. I wanted that board. Somebody's gonna have to play that board one day. Somebody's gonna play it. Alright, new board is up. 4 graffitis on it. Chuo, Hikage, 99th, and Shibuya. So 3 fast graffiti... 2 fast graffiti routes in Chuo and Shibuya. 2 slow ones in Hikage and 99th. Yeah, we'll just have to see exactly where the teams want to go. Anything stand out immediately to you, Yamsa?
Row 4, if you're like, a confident sewers climber, I could see like sewers entrance, center structure, grind 10, points 100k. That would be very, very fast if you're good at climbing.
Yep.
Column 4, on top of bus, sauna at sewers entrance, and then the 2 dark side souls, or dark side points. That could be also a thing, like one person going on top of bus and then heading to dark side, the other person getting sewers entrance, then sauna. Or maybe sauna, then sewers entrance, I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is going to be fairly fast. 10 defaults that exist. Go ahead and stop and then restart.
Yep, sorry.
All good. And we'll get everybody into this for this deciding game number 3 here. 10 defaults. Gonna make this very quick along with 2 fast graffitis. I really am curious to see how everybody's gonna handle this.
No, I also noticed the top left, bottom right diagonal, Sewers entrance, RDH tricks, it kind of like complements with Sauna. You're like climbing up on the way and you'll get two things. Very much a dark side and Kogane board.
Losa goes into Shibuya, does mark top of bus quickly, may be able to infer that if somebody was there, they would have either messed up bus jump or nobody is there, and he's going to go deeper into Chuo, where there are 5 points available, with Air 4, South of Hayashi, and the Graffiti.
Right. Interesting, I see Wall Ride in Light, edited by our lovely developer Kevin. That is like the first choice by Shovel Claws, which I find interesting. Not the fastest soul. Well, picking it up is fast, but getting out is not as fast compared to something like Center of Dark.
Yep,
I wonder what they are scheming.
both of the Unwantables have revealed location, the Dark Side Kogane split. So we'll have to see what their general game plan is here. If it's that top left, bottom right, or if something else is occurring. Ney has a very early SDPP tape. Could be looking at that row 5 as they're headed towards Air 4. And then all that would take is a fast 99th grind. Now, I don't know if Shovel looks to be headed that way. Does not, unless it's already pre-unlocked. It's already unlocked, okay.
Yep.
Shovel's going to shut that down, but still gives some good control over 3 squares marked very quickly for overall, with Unwantables grabbing 2 of them, and the early game wraps up here, and we see how the teams are going to progress towards their mid-game plan.
Yep. Seeing that Naga is uncontested in Kogane, Skydino platform near starting spiral is a very important square. But it looks like Ney will be ahead if he chooses to go for it.
Yeah,
Does look like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, very capable. Losa starting the Shibuya spray. Honestly, big fan of this. There are almost no immediate threats here other than row 4, which Ney is making a priority.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Yeah, this feels like a low-risk, high-value play to start gaining the advantage on the graffiti routes, and it won't stop in Shibuya. It could be that Losa just goes directly into Chuo after this and starts working on that, and really could have a lot of capability to bring a ton of points for his team and make it all work.
Yeah, I definitely like this play from Rollerblades. Like, they know, based on Ney marking Air 4 and Shovel marking Grind, that Ney is ahead to Skydino, so this is totally safe. And, Nago in sewers.
Yep, and now Shovel went for it, did not get the square in time, or may have fallen, unsure, but definitely was behind Ney, and now Ney is leaving Skydino with an advantage as well. Skydino, the hardest level to get out of, and optimally, and it's really important here, and Ney is going for floating pink half pipes, maybe? Or observatory. Looks like floating pink is the call.
Yep. Possibly like a row 2 thing. Although, with Naga being in Kogane, a little bit of a hope.
No, I don't think that's a row 2 thing. I think it's more of just a... hold on.
Point.
Indecision moment. Indecision, where's all of a sudden really close between Shovel and Ney. Ney a little bit ahead by about 3 seconds. But they're both headed towards floating pink half pipes. Any kind of suboptimal movement could give up the square. Take a watch.
Naga's headed over, looks like, to the Shibuya Cho. Possibly gonna start Skyscraper Shibuya Graffiti, only to get sniped.
Oh, Shovel
Also getting revenge.
Shovel gets the floating pink half pipes due to Ney going for the out of map setup to Death Warp back to the start. So Ney trying to save time later cost them the square right now, and all of a sudden that square denies all of row 2 and ties up this game again for the points. JK, Rollberblades locks in Shibuya Graffiti. Nago sprayed 1 and decided, in fact, I cannot win the square, and then is headed out to Chuo immediately. Losa going to either Chuo or Hikage. Unsure is actually heading to neither of those and making a liar out of me.
How could you, Ace?
I could not. I cannot believe I have deceived the audience in such a way.
Yeah, I guess Losa's scared of like the potential of Nago trying to like get a one-up on him. Like starting Chuo, like knowing that Losa would be in Shibuya trying to start Chuo before him, hoping he would like be greedy. He doesn't know where Naga's been.
Yeah, counting out win conditions, I want to point out it's 2 graffitis plus 1 soul for Rollberblades at this point. So it might be co-op graffiti time, which I am very interested in seeing as Losa starts up 99th. This could be the start of their kind of attempt to close out this game here.
Yeah, I like this play. Co-oping a graffiti is good, and then 99th and Hikage are some of the most co-opable ones. Very like segregated sections of the map, makes it very easy to do. And this one is faster than Hikage. So if Chuo is unsafe, this is the next best place to go.
Yeah, it is the next fastest if you do it properly. 99th is a little bit more punishing as far as movement is concerned, where Hikage is more punishing on canagement, which is less important in a co-op, but still. We'll see how these teams want to move towards their win conditions here. The Unwantables are going to be back behind, and Shovel's starting sprays, but that is a futile effort if Rollberblades continues on their current path.
Shovel was actually here before Losa, if I'm not mistaken, or it was like very close. They were in at roughly the same time, so they're gonna unfortunately waste their time unless they like smell danger and decide to get out.
Yeah, sniffing danger with 3 graffiti squares is hard, though, as to exactly what your opponent would be doing. So it's a hard read, but it does not seem like it's being made currently. And now Shovel's going to end up... Shovel was here earlier, but did pick up 99th Tricks 40 at that top left square, so did not spend time doing graffiti. So Losa does have, even without co-op, a significant advantage.
Yeah, you can see it in like the tags marked. We got 50 for the Rollerblades, and Shovel is at like 19 or something, I think. 17.
Yeah, Shovel's going to be also trapped in light side a little bit with not a lot of cans. This co-op route has been beautiful from Ney and Losa so far. I have been thoroughly impressed.
Very efficient, actually. This was super fast.
That was incredible. Great job by Rollberblades. They're going to go pick up the graffiti there. And now they just need 4 points to win. Unwantables going to need 10, albeit they'll be cashing in 3 here. Shovel going for almost the forbidden tech out of bounds to get back to the center. Very cool one. And is going to be leaving the area, but again, behind both Ney and Losa. Rollberblades seem to be in full control here going into the late game.
Yeah, you can safely assume that Nago or Shovel or both are doing a graffiti, then RDH looks very appealing. If you need 4 points to win, getting Sana and Tricks cuts that down to 2. Looks like they're going to go for Hikage anyway.
Honestly, that's going to work out really well for them. They can go darks. Like, what they can do is just send both people to Shibuya side, just start co-oping something. If they get beat to it, just keep going, or do the next one. And you should win that one, and all of a sudden, you'll be pretty much 1 square from victory, and there's a lot of squares available here.
Yeah, I do personally think that just going for the souls would be an easier way to do it, but yeah, this will work as well.
Yeah, with Shovel marking 99th Tricks 3.5 minutes ago, Shovel's headed into Hikage. Nago is headed away from Hikage.
I think Nago's getting charity rail. They had 0 cans. And now they're headed to Hikage.
Nago's headed to Hikage. There is a deficit, though, of about 10 sprays here so far. So there is liability for... There's an advantage for Rollberblades, but I don't think it's insurmountable if there's a skill issue. Losa, though, on the left side, not on the right side that he struggled with last time. Nay's taking up the mantle and doing much better with the canagement.
Yeah, this is exactly why I preferred the souls, because when you're ahead like this and you just need a few more points to win, all you have to really do is not get sniped. And I think starting a graffiti is like one of the more straightforward things on the board that is like predictable to do. So like it increases the likelihood of you getting sniped, and so Rollerblades again has the advantage, but unless if some massive skill issue happens, Unwantables could get right back into this game.
No skill is being issued right now. 32 already for Rollberblades. Again, the movement and practice that this team has is paying off in spades right now. Now up to 37-14, widening their lead to half the entire graffiti route now. So this is really quite a lead here. And Losa's going to bail out while Nay goes to center. Center not super co-opable, so Losa's going to have the advantage to the final square they need. Or if Nay gets sniped, has advantage to just picking up the 4 souls that you talked about.
So you've got 25 souls or 25 tags for Unwantables. How many has Nay got? Just the remaining center room, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's 13 in here. And so far, again, is doing the route properly. Almost perfectly. As, yeah, this looks to be in great shape. Nay's got nearly all the cans that they need to wrap this up. 9 tags to go, 4 right here. Brings it to 5. There's the medium, the 3 on the side that you get any percent, and the bottom one. And I don't think this is stoppable by the Unwantables, and I think Rollberblades is going to walk with this one.
Yeah, this is looking like a we need your Xbox to explode moment.
I don't even think an exploding Xbox could handle this one right now. Nay is short 5 cans, not an issue. Shovel into the center room does not have enough time to recover this one. Rollberblades locks in Hikage Graffiti, and with that takes a commanding lead. Needs 1 square to win, and oh my gosh, look at that. Losa is right here. Sauna locked in now, and Rollberblades takes game 3.
Yep.
That was a banger of a
Comeback,
match.
game 3.
Very
We've
good.
got GGs in the chat. Let's see if the players want to finish it off or come get interviews.
You can beckon them in if you wish to the room. We can talk about that one. That was a great set.
Yeah, that was everything I hoped it would be. I knew this was going to be like an exciting match, and the players did deliver.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi, friendly.
Hi, everyone.
That was a nice board. Thank you. I'm sorry, there was a lot of graffiti.
That last board fucking sucked.
What do you mean? Would you have rather played on the entire Shibuya Benton one with 2 squares in Kogane?
It was
That
fun.
would have been fun.
Anyway,
Nice.
GG's. Game 2 was really annoying.
Did I snipe you to
think we need to switch to
everything,
XBX. I never get sniped to Benton Souls again.
Yeah, Nate joining me in the whining about emulator camp.
I mean, it's
We
my
get
fault. I have
We
the
get our
option, so
time.
I can just do it.
Swag.
Yeah, I'm okay with losing this one. I feel like it was close.
It was pretty close, yeah. Every game was really difficult to
Yeah,
play.
that third game was a bit of a wash, but it's just because there's 4 graffitis on the board. There's no way we're beating each of those. But
The
Yeah,
I'll
It's
tell
we
you,
tried.
really difficult to make the choice.
Nay and Losa had 2 almost perfect co-op routes on 99th and Hikage. It was really impressive
Yeah, that
to
makes
watch.
sense.
Yeah, 99
We
in
kinda-
particular was extremely impressive, very, very quick.
Yeah, when I realized, like, I didn't realize they hadn't marked in a while. I really should have, and I should have just left, but I didn't realize. And then when it got marked, I was like, what the fuck? I just finished light side, these assholes.
Yeah, but you had no way to know that we were committing to 99th. Like, it was difficult to choose a graffiti when there's 4 on the board and they're all pretty committal. Like, Hikage, Chuo, 99th. I'm not sure what the 4th was.
Chua, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Unless you
Hikage,
said
yeah.
that.
Shibuya, Chuo.
Yeah, that was
Hikage,
Shibuya. I forgot about Shibuya. So we started Shibuya early because, well, the early game was just blocking bingos, really, just making sure that we are not going to get surprised. And then, focusing on graffiti as soon as we could.
Yeah, Nago said it at the end of game 3, but we did not have a super amazing read on what to do on that board. It was particularly I got very confused on like the game state a few times where it was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I also
it's
got
hard
very
to choose when to
confused.
commit.
We also had
I
no
got very
idea where you
confused the
were
first
for
two
most of the game. So,
what was that?
sorry, Alyssa?
I
No,
said
I
I
was
was
double
also
that.
very confused at reading the first 2 games. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened in game
my
1?
decision
Like, game 1 was extremely confusing for me.
I'll give you the I'll kind of restream the game 1 board so you have a little bit of reference for it if you check the stream.
Okay, cool.
Game number 1 started out pretty separate, and then it ended up that Rollberblades got kind of stuck into a corner as far as the board state was concerned, where all of a sudden there were bingo threats absolutely everywhere for the Unwantables. And really, none of them ended up panning out, and Rollberblades were able to mark enough squares that they just kind of came back in the late game, and it all... Nago knows what I'm talking about. It all came down to the Chuo back alley beams.
Yeah.
Where...
Oh no.
Nago had about
they told
a
you.
10 to 15 second lead on Nay on the back alley beams, and ended up losing the entire advantage.
No.
I'm gonna be real with you. I actually don't remember this.
I was stressed out the entire way because I was like, I should have went to Shibi to go to Trio first to block the bingo instead of getting Hikage air. I was like, there's no way I'm beating them to it.
Well,
And
then you
somehow
got
it worked out.
bingo. So what happened on our end here is that Losa was literally a fucking ghost, and we had no information on what they were doing in half the fucking game. So when they marked FRZ, we were unsurprised but very confused on how to respond. And then I was like, all right, I forget who said it, but we were like, we should try to cash in on that bingo. So I went Chua Kibo, and I had a pretty slow Kibo, but whatever. And then by the time you marked Hikage, we were like, okay, because we were back and forth on whether or not we should force you into it. And then when you marked Hikage, we were like, yeah, go special, get that shit, and then got beat to it, which is just
I was kind of surprised here, Shovel, where you we were really wondering if you were going to go co-op and just stand at the pickup point for Chuo, or if you were going to head off to STP Graffiti. We obviously had the vision that Nay was, 10 seconds ahead or so at this point, but that was a real late game clincher, if you wish.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't go was because I thought that we would have gotten it, if I'm being completely real, because we had the advantage.
Yeah.
So, and after that square gets marked, it's like we have to go do SDPP if we want to win. And we got fucking owned by name, unfortunately.
Yeah. So then game 2.
Game 2, you got your revenge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I got sniped quite a bit.
Yeah, Nago, you can
I'm
watch
really
this
happy
early
with
game with Losa here.
No, I sniped into everything. I know this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just sniped
Shovel
everything.
spent the entire game being like, what's Losa doing? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've sniped Losa to everything.
Yeah, it was specifically the more optimal points unlock here. You'll be able to see the difference here as
Shouts to Krabby.
Yep. The jump off the bottom there is going to unlock it where Nago gets the jump off the top, boom, slams into it, and that made the difference.
Wow.
Okay.
This was
And
wild
I
to
would
us
talk with my
too.
teammate then.
This is why you game instead of not game.
Well said.
I thought I was gonna miss. I thought I was gonna get sniped to this grind unlock because I wanted to because there was a car in the way, so it kind of messed up like the way I wanted to unlock it. And then I somehow still got it. I'm like, I don't know what's happening with Loza, but it's rough.
Yeah, we literally thought
And
Losa was
then I
in a
did, and then I
different
couldn't,
area.
and then I was failing the tricks unlock.
Oh, is this when I messed it up like 6
you both messed
this
it
one
up.
is really funny. Yeah,
So-
I haven't done.
I'm gonna look away. I'm looking away.
Well, yeah, this is the pinnacle is 2 people racing Chuo tricks and both of them messing it up. That's
this shit's funny. So
Can we turn it off before we get to my Sky Dino route, which was fucking miserable?
don't worry about it. So
I almost sniped you to it. So-
You
almost, yeah,
fucking
Nay
sniped
was-
me to it, man.
Nay
I'm gonna
was one
fucking
tag out if I
lose
remember
it.
correctly.
Yeah, I just had a bad
Yeah, if you
before
can-
it messed me up, but I would have
I
sniped.
missed the tag at the very start.
The spiral,
yeah. So that was like while I was racing there, I was like, "Oh, please don't get sniped! Please don't get sniped!" I in comms I said, "If I get sniped to this, I'm pulling a Diller and rage quitting."
you were.
I was gonna be
absurdly
so
tilted. You were
fucking
absurdly
mad.
tilted when we were literally like winning. It was kind of wild.
Because my route was terrible. I fell.
You need to have
Like
a good
5 minutes.
mentality. The important thing in here is
I hate this Nago guy. Your team does. Oh, about this fucking positive attitude. God damn it, let me rage in peace. I feel like an old man yelling at a cloud.
Yeah, I'd like to apologize
after the game.
I'd like to apologize to Nate for yelling in their ear every time I got sniped.
God,
Nay,
it was.
Hey, Nay,
I got
hey,
it.
want a team?
It was
Oh
so
my God.
tough.
Use your team.
So
No, Nago, I'll stop raging. I promise.
we were talking about the. Oh man, I'm so sad this board doesn't get to see the light of day. This is a Maniacs board for game number.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Uh,
So that's to Nago
I didn't get
for,
to look at it
beating.
super hard.
Here's, I mean,
Well,
if
it
you-
wasn't Naga's fault.
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, the regex on Firefox insta opens the board when you like.
Yeah,
try
it
to
doesn't
click
do
on
that for
anything.
me.
Sometimes
Like,
it
I
does.
pre-shot
doesn't
it
for
and
me,
it does
it's
not do
really
it.
dumb.
Yeah.
So instead, we got a different board, which was a little less chaotic and.
Yeah, actually, I wish you got the other board. Not even just because,
I
not
kinda
because
wish
you
we
lost,
did.
but just because it seemed like a really fun board.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You
Unfortunately,
can play it if you want for the fans.
Yeah,
Chill match.
we can play it in playoffs.
No. What you do is bring it back for another round, and then
Wait,
you
how
get to
does the
see
playoffs
how
work
2
for
other
this
teams.
season? What's the playoff format for this season?
Top 4 go of the round
Aw,
robin go.
why not
So
make playoffs? That's messed up. That's
Yeah,
you're-
there's
too many
7
teams.
teams. Top 4 will get it.
Too many
It's-
teams. We have too many teams.
it's looking very very interesting in that 3-4-5 spot.
Yeah,
I'll-
exactly. That's what
I'll
I'm
talk
saying.
about that in just a second. Game number 3, real fast on recap. Losa just got to do anything he wanted in Shibuya, and an unsniped Losa is a very powerful force, as the graffiti routes overall were stellar from Rollberblades this game, and there just weren't enough bingo threats after this opener to punish anything about them. So, I thought it was really solid play from Rollerblades here.
Yeah, that last board we did just kind of get outplayed. I feel like for us, we were trying to create threats, but when we created them, they just kind of got shut down. And like,
yeah,
we kind of committed to graffiti a bit late. Like if we had made the call to just co-op Hikage earlier, I think we would have been in a like much better spot.
Yeah.
Because I was leaving. I could have just left Dark Side immediately, go Hikage, and start it while Naga's doing Chuo, which I think like looking back is probably just the better play overall.
Shovel, you had a good snipe here though. Nay actually got a little greedy, went for the out of map warp. You picked that up, and because of that, Nay no longer was able to get that square. That would have been a very important square for Rollberblades, but
that's actually so hype because that's exactly why I did it. I was like, I could go for the map warp. I'm not going to. Shit. If I lose this, okay, whatever.
Yeah, take a look at that 99th plus Hikage graffiti route. It was really well done. So,
what time did they start it together?
Hello,
right
everyone,
about
and
the
welcome
time
to
you went in. So,
oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's
yeah.
fucked up.
So, yeah, looking at the playoff implications for this now. Here are the standings before today. So, Unwantables will pick up an L. Go to 1 and 2. Rollerblades take the dub. Go to 2 and 1. So it's looking like it could get mixed up just a little bit in the next couple rounds here, with teams like Unhandled Exception, Unwantables, Rollerblades, and even outside chances for Nakuza and Blazer Stance to push into playoffs with some W's. But otherwise, this match could be very critical for that 3 or 4 slot going forward, because these two teams are so close that this match being a tiebreaker one could be very important.
Whew. Scary.
So, all right. Final thoughts.
Too many teams, man. I want to play playoffs. I don't want my performance to decide if I make playoffs. There's 2 teams in this season.
Can't believe Bingy is popular. All right.
God forbid.
That's gonna wrap it up for us.
We did well in pinball though.
Yeah, you did.
We did. Pinball was fucking fun earlier today.
Don't no spoils. We're gonna wrap it up right here.
I'm just saying we did good.
Oh,
what could that mean?
God forbid I compliment the chef.
All right. All right. All right. See you for the next match, which is this Sunday at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time, between the Unwantables and the Nakuza.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to waking up early. It's gonna be great.
That is gonna
I'm
be.
looking forward to ruining my sleep schedule tomorrow.
Oh wait, that means that I'm gonna have fucking sun glare on my TV off.
No, you need to go out. Go buy some blinds now.
Okay, bye.
Go get some blinds.